Hello out there in SIGT land and the rest of YouTube. It's Randy again, and you know, I browse the internet and that type of stuff and look at memes and pictures and fun stuff like that. And I happened to run across where this guy shot himself in the foot with a 45. So I got some Winchester white box here, probably fresh out of Walmart. I don't know, it's been a while since I've actually shot anything that I haven't loaded. But these are 230 grain ball ammunition. And let's see if I open this box. They make it tough intentionally. So, all right, so it says right there 230 grain ball, fresh Winchester white box. And what we're going to do is we are going to take a steel toe boot and we are going to shoot this at almost near point blank range. And I will show you the setup right here. You can see it, that we are going to shoot this with. I have yet to do this test when I'm making this portion of the video, so I am completely in shock of what's going to happen. You know, I really don't know. The other thing is this is kind of a standing bet between me and a friend of mine. I really don't think that guy shot himself through the steel toe and it passed cleanly through. I want to give the steel toe boot a little bit more credit for what it is. And I really think that this is going to deform or if not even make it through. He says it's going to make a nice clean cut hole right through the boot, and I disagree with that. So let's get to the testing right now. I got a 1911 strapped down outside. We're going to put one round in. I think I have 6 individual boots that we're going to shoot at. The first one's going to be a set of Keens that I bought a while back and kind of blew the side out, and it's pretty worthless to me now. So let's get to it. All right, so as you can see here, we have our 1911, and I have my Keen boot taped to this block. This is the first one, so we're going to see if this is sturdy enough or stout enough to handle our single 45. This is just a Springfield 1911, you know, pretty standard stuff. And then, as you can see, we got it strapped down here. We got our cord because we're going to go hide in the house for safety and make sure, you know, we're behind a nice brick wall and we don't get hit. Hopefully, it doesn't break any of the other cameras that we got or ricochet off and hit a glass window or any of that stuff. So we're going to get to the testing now. Alright, so we're in the shop and I have a feeling I lost because that 45 looks like it went right through it. We're going to take this bandsaw, cut it open. Never cut a boot before on a bandsaw. Pretty interesting. All right, let's take it to the bench. All right, so that was test 1. I think we can do a few more now. We thought that we were going to have to not test this anymore because we thought it went cleanly through. But as you can see there, there's the steel toe and then there's the jacket, and here is our bullet. What it did is it hit the steel toe, let's see if I can get around here, like that, and then rolled off the back and ended up in the boot. So the leather caught it, and there's the steel toe. It's completely intact. I'm gonna pull it out here a little bit more and I'll show you the entire steel. All right, so I pulled the steel out the rest of the way, and you can see that is a nice clean hit. That was a 45 slug. You can see exactly where it dimpled that and did not go through. Now the other thing is I was really close to that, and my block didn't really move. We can review the video later, but I think I had a good solid hit on that. Plus, if you're thinking somebody's going to be shooting, you know, themselves with a 45, they're not going to have their foot permanently planted on the ground. They'll probably have it suspended up in the air and just like, hey, look at me, I'm drunk, you know, and then shoot myself in the foot. But as you can see there, the steel from a Keen boot stopped it. And there's the other part of the boot. You know, nice sandal. Get your toes hanging out there. All right, that's trash. So there is the steel from a steel toe boot, stopped the 45. We're going to do a couple more tests with a couple other different boots, and we'll get back to you know, some things. Maybe other boots have weaker steel toes. Maybe this set of Keens was just the thing. I've got 2 other different brands, and we're going to test those out next. All right, Caterpillar boot. We're going to cut it up. Am I getting it with the leather? I think I popped up. Pop the. Alright. Hopefully we got our bandsaw repaired. Yeah, it's a tough son of a bitch. Maybe it's got steel in the heat and the sole.
Yeah, I don't think you'd hear it.
There we go. Oh, I found the bullet. There's the bullet. Nice and flat. All right, let's go take it to the bench and see what we got. All right, so this is the Caterpillar boot. The guy that I bet against gave me this boot to test out. And you can see there's the jacket and there's the steel toe. I'd have to say it was a pretty good hit, impacted perfectly on the top. So once again, boot number 2 failed to go through. Now, at any point in time, I do not recommend you try this with your foot in the boot, because some things can happen. If you miss and slide off, that round could slide back and hit your foot, you know, or even if you don't even hit the steel, guess what? You just shot yourself in the foot. And if you do try this with your foot in the boot, you are a 100% dumbass, and the internet will laugh at you, and the rest of the world will laugh at you, and you will end up with a hole in your foot because that slug's going to go through it. So that was a Caterpillar boot. So Caterpillar approved. You can see the boot right there too, and the hole right there in the top. Perfect. Man, I think I could have got a better shot on that. All right, we'll try to boot 3. All right, so here's the 3rd and final boot that I have, and this is the Big Timber 2. Okay, so as you can see down there is our bullet. Well, actually that's the bottom of the boot, but our bullet's trapped up in the top there. You can see if I can pull this bad motor scooter out of here. Oh boy, he's a little bit tougher. The other one just fell right out. Come on, Big Timber. Give up the loot. Man, this just doesn't want to come out. There we go. Oh, there we go. All the niceness. All right, so here we go. We got the jacket once again. We got the bullet, and we got the steel toe. So, what did we learn from here today, gang? Yes, out of the 3 different boot varieties we tested, it did not penetrate through those steel toes. Now, the other thing we learned is do we try this with our foot in it? No, we should not try this with our foot in it. The odds of a possibility of your steel failing or something else happening to where that round goes through your foot is pretty high. I would not tempt my foot in it. Maybe if somebody was going to give me like $10.7 million or something like that, I'd be like, okay, I'd sacrifice a toe for that. But there's a good chance my foot would survive. Now, just think, you know, we were talking about it. If your toe was actually touching that area, it would fuck up your toe pretty good just by that force of that coming down there and denting. So, yeah, the 1911 45 230 grain bullet, no, it did not penetrate the steel toe out of the 3 tests we did. All right. Something flew off. All right, so we already proved that the 45 230 grain round nose bullet would not go through. So I was like, what else do I got? I had some 115 grain full metal jacket Winchesters. Now, granted, it wasn't a straight-on shot. See here. And kind of ricocheted off the side, but really it was still a good impact. You can see the dent there on the inside and the top there. So I was like, okay, so what do I got else? We had some 158 grain 357 Magnum. Pretty fast movers there. I don't know how many feet per second that goes. I don't think the box says, but the other thing I have to say about this is the only thing I have powerful enough in 357 is jacketed hollow points. So I'll show you the tip of that so you can see exactly what those look like. There you go. That's jacketed hollow point. And that also was impressive, as you can see here. And you can see we actually captured the bullet there. And look at that damage. Check that out. 357. Boom. But once again, it didn't go through. Now the 9mm was on the Keens. The 357 was on the Cat, the Caterpillar boot. I've got one more, and you know, I'm pretty sure that a 223 will roll right through it. So I'm not even going to film it. I'm sure everyone's going to go, oh, you didn't film the 223, but sorry. If you want to really see the 223, go take a 223 and shoot it, but I don't recommend it because you probably won't do it as safely as we did and hide behind a brick wall and tie your gun off and do all that fun stuff. So maybe at 100 yards or something like that, it'd probably be a decent target to shoot. But anyways, so I would have to say the 45 through the steel toe boot, like I said, 3 different steel toe boots, is definitely not going to happen. But like I said, don't try it with your foot in the boot. Just know that if you happen to have a 45 mishap and you think it's better not to wear steel toe boots, if you can hit that small little object and save your toe, maybe it might be better. Like I said, I worry about, I know this first round here kind of slid off the back and ended up down in the boot. So I kind of worry about that round going back that way. So give me a like, a subscribe, a share, all that stuff. This is Randy with SIGT signing out.